What is up, Carnage Clan? This is Carnage Reef bringing you guys an 81 gun streak gameplay. This is going to be by Carnage Tal. You guys can go check out his channel. He'll be linked down below. Absolutely crazy player, and if you do enjoy the commentary, you can come check out my channel as well. So, an 81 gun streak on the map Riot is pretty crazy, especially since he did it solo. And once again, you guys should make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram, the Carnage Clan Twitter on Instagram and Twitter, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's going to be the best way to keep up to date with our newest videos and any updates within the clan. So, that is pretty much the intro. What I thought I'd talk about really quickly here, this is a really fast gameplay for an 81 gun streak solo. I thought I would talk about the maps in Advanced Warfare and my favorite maps and get your guys' opinion on your favorite maps. So, personally, I think what separates Advanced Warfare from a lot of CODs, it pretty much combined Black Ops 2 maps with Ghost mechanics in my eyes. I feel like Ghost, the reason why the game didn't do that well and wasn't the greatest on YouTube is because the maps were really bad. I feel like there's 3 or 4 good maps and the rest were just kind of bad, like bad, mad. They weren't too good at all, so I kind of wanted to say bad and mad at the same time. They're pretty much in the middle of that, but you know, the mechanics of the game weren't too bad. The hit detection was really good, the connection was really good, even though we couldn't see like our pings or anything like that. Overall, the game would have been okay, I feel, if they had really good maps. But the thing about Ghost maps is that they were all not 3-lane. They were essentially all just clusters, like just random clusters of spawns and all that stuff. In this game, you pretty much have a set spawn. You pretty much know where the enemies are going to be coming. There's certain routes that you can take to actually get to the other side of the map, but you also have the ability to just jump over stuff. You don't always have to take the exact same route. So essentially, it's Black Ops 2's 3-lane map design with the ability to just jump over stuff. You can always be making new routes to get to a certain place, and I feel like that kind of fends off against campers a lot, because there's always going to be times where there's people who are sitting in corners, you don't know how to counter them, and then you can eventually just find a window that you can just jump into or something like that and sneak up on them from behind. That happens to me all the time in this game, and that's something I've really liked about this game so far. In Ghost, it feels like if there's a guy dominating one side of the map, it's pretty much over, because that one side of the map probably controls the whole map. In this game, there's different sections where stuff is going on all the time, so I feel like the maps in Advanced Warfare are definitely a much needed improvement from Ghost. If they dropped Advanced Warfare and the maps were the same as Ghost, I would have been really disappointed, but not more complaining about Ghost. I just wanted to get your guys' opinions on what your favorite maps are in Advanced Warfare so far. I have to say, I don't really like Riot. This is the first map I ever dropped a DNA bomb so it'll always have a pretty special place in my heart, but in general, I have to say this map is really vertical, and I don't really know if I like how it plays yet. I haven't really played the game enough to know whether or not this is actually the way I want to play Advanced Warfare. It's just so vertical, there's so many different lines of sight, and it kind of reminds me of something like Stormfront from Ghost. It's just so much different like areas to be shot from, and it's kind of annoying, but you know, it is a pretty good map. It's a 3-lane design map. B-Dom, I feel like, is in a pretty good location. You can sneak cap it from behind like that little vending machine or whatever. You know, in general, I feel like this map is still better than pretty much any map from Ghost. And like I said, that's a much needed improvement. So, other maps in the game that I really like Solar. It's a really bright and cheery map, which is something I really like about Advanced Warfare so far too. It feels like it kind of blended the color palette of Black Ops 2 as well as Ghost. Ghost was completely dull. There was very few maps that had any color, but I feel like Black Ops 2 was a little bit too bright in a way. So, essentially, Advanced Warfare has blended those two perfectly. I feel like the maps, they aren't too gray and they're not too colorful. There is a certain thing called too colorful, I feel, for different maps. You know, maps like Nuketown, they're really bright and cheery, which is pretty cool, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know, it just gets too bright in a way. So, you know, I definitely do like what they did with the color palette for Advanced Warfare. There is your bright and cheery maps like Solar and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I still want my maps to have a little bit of non-cheeriness to them, because if you think about it, obviously they're in a war environment. It's not always going to be rainbows and sunshines, and that's something I like about Advanced Warfare. It's not always going to be super bright, super cheery. There's always going to be a little bit of variation. You know, maps like Solar, like I said, they're really bright. It literally has solar in the name. That essentially means sun. So, you know, it's a really bright and cheery map. It's really nice to play on. It's a really well-designed map, I feel. But, you know, maps like Detroit, they're a little bit gritty. They're a little bit war-torn, and I like that all about a lot of these maps. They're not completely dull, but they're not completely cheery, and let me know what your thoughts are on that in the description down below or the comments down below. I really think they can do a lot with the DLC maps. They're not really tied down to having to go in one direction like the Ghost maps were. One of the things about Ghost, like I said, all the maps are pretty big clusters, so they felt like they had to design 3-lane maps especially for the DLC, I feel. I feel like the DLC maps were really good because they were all 3-lane. A lot of them were 3-lane, and none of the maps pretty much were from just a standard Ghost game. So I feel like they had to take that direction of going 3-lane. I feel like Advanced Warfare, they're going to stick with 3-lane with the DLC maps just because that is what they did best on this game, was that they made really good 3-lane maps, really, you know, well-designed, good color palette maps, but at the same time, they can either go really bright and cheery, or they can go completely war-torn if they want, and I'll be completely fine with it because I just know that the map design is probably some of the best we'll have from Call of Duty for quite a while, or we've had in quite a while since Black Ops 2. So hopefully you guys enjoy this commentary. Once again, this is going to be by Carnage Tally. You guys can go check out his channel down in the description down below. Go subscribe to him. He's an absolutely crazy player. And once again, if you did enjoy this commentary, make sure you guys go check out my channel as well. I didn't want to say make sure. I'm just saying if you do enjoy the commentary, you can come check out my channel. And if you don't, that's no biggie. So once again, let me know in the comments down below if you guys, what your favorite maps are in Advanced Warfare so far. And also whether or not you guys actually like the color palette of this game. Because I know there's people who do prefer like the war-torn aspect of COD because, you know, you are in a war environment. It's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine, like I said, but there's a lot of people who like to just come on the game and feel excited about the game. I really like that aspect about Advanced Warfare. You know, on Ghost, it just felt like I was in a really dull environment, and it was really just kind of crummy. It felt really bad, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Once again, you guys can go check out Carnage Tally down below, and also subscribe to the Carnage Clan channel, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram to catch up to date with our newest uploads. So that is the video, guys, and that is it. Peace out.